The skill that I'm going to be talking about in this episode of No Rest for the Vivid podcast, I believe to be the most undervalued skill of a business owner or an entrepreneur that there is. There is so much talk about the skills of being an entrepreneur, about knowing great ideas, executing them, being disciplined, productive, overcoming your doubt, overcoming your procrastination, showing up, confidence, all of those things. If you think about a successful entrepreneur or business owner, or, an entrepreneur as a business owner, I don't think that this skill is going to come top of your mind when you think of these people. But when I share this with you, it's not just going to be the skill that you recognize in entrepreneurs and business owners. It's literally the people that are successful at anything they put their mind to. And I want to give you kudos because I've just all of a sudden thought of my friend Serena, who hasn't got a business, isn't an entrepreneur, but she has this skill in spades. Though this might be the first time, if she listens to the episode, that she's thought about it. Because I I was talking to my son Jackson. He was with me at the weekend because he lives with me, because he is my son. And he's 6. And we had my mother-in-law and father-in-law round on Friday. I was trying to perfect my margarita recipe because of my friend Zara. If you've been listening, I know Shama does. These are my best friends who I've recently been to Bucharest in Romania with. So Zara is a tequila fiend, and I love tequila too. I'm not drinking as much as I used to at all, but while we were away, we had a couple of margaritas, and they were so good. I was going to perfect my recipe. So I did. So we had my in-laws round as an excuse for me to perfect this recipe. But also why did we have them round? I can't remember. No idea. Anyway, we had them round. I can't remember. But I um gave me and my husband and my father-in-law, I'm going to get to the point in a minute. Me and my husband and father-in-law were in the kitchen sitting at the table, and I thought, well, I'm going to do a pot for little treat pot for Jackson, and I did a treat bowl for my mother-in-law as well. Now I don't know if she knew it was just for her and Jackson, but my mother-in-law is a big chocolate fan. She loves it, same as my husband. So I did a little pot with some of this Thai chocolate that we had still left over from when we went away. So some Thai chocolate and some chocolate buttons. And I went in, snuggled him, and he had his bowl, and I said, "Oh, why have you eaten all the Thai chocolate first and then left the chocolate buttons?" And he said, "Because that's my favourite." I said, "Jackson, you have an amazing skill there." He's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" My sister always comments on the fact that when we were younger, I would always leave my vegetables till last. No, eat my vegetables first, sorry. And I would leave the roast potatoes on the table, on the plate first. No, what am I talking about? Do you know what? I've just got distracted because I can hear Hannah in my head going, "Mate, stop." No, when I was younger, my little sister would always complain that I would eat like the vegetables first, and then I would have like the potatoes or the meat to finish. If I had a roast dinner, I would always eat my roast potatoes, and I still do. They're my favourite bit of a roast dinner. But the skill behind this and the methodology is that I get to reward myself by saving my favourite thing till last. I've also, and this is another story, which brings in my friends Shama, Serena, Zara, and Annie. These are my uni crew. And when we were in Bucharest, we found these salted caramel KitKats. Have you seen these KitKats? They're so good, so good. I'd never seen them before. Now I brought one in a packet home with me, thinking this chocolate is gonna, and I did that when I was in Thailand as well. There's this cookie and cream coffee cookie and cream Hershey bar that we got in Thailand. You can't find it anywhere around, like you can't even get it on Amazon. So I must have let that chocolate bar, I must have let it oh my God, it lasted ages. I would just literally take a cube every few days, like every 4 or 5 days. So I was doing the same thing with this salted caramel KitKat. Made it last like basically 4 weeks, 4 weeks. And I was just taking a little bit, just wrap it up, put it back in the fridge. I don't know if that's hygienic at all, but I was just savouring it. Okay. I was just savouring it for as long as possible. And then I think it was Thursday, I had my last bit. And then I went to the shop Saturday and there they were in abundance. And I was like, I didn't have to save it all. There's loads. So I bought two and I've eaten half of one already. But this is the skill. This is the skill that all successful entrepreneurs and business owners have. And if you don't have it yet, don't worry, because it is a very easy skill to practice, but it is delayed gratification. I got there in the end. Delayed gratification is a complete superpower and game changer when it comes to executing patience for your business growth. I've just wrapped up a one-to-one call with one of my clients, and we were talking about her success and how she's been building this like her success has been amazing. I was lucky enough to be working with her a year ago, and I said to her, like, the person that you are now, if you went back in time just 1 year, that version of you wouldn't believe how far you've come. You are already successful. I want you to embody that feeling of watching your success as it is happening right in front of you, instead of I'll be instead of I'll be successful when we get to a certain point. And I asked her a question about something she was selling at the moment. And I said, your future self is already sitting there saying, we've sold it. It is so easy for us to sell this. It feels so good. I said, what came first? The feeling and the belief that it was easy to sell, or actually selling it? And she was like, oh, I have to believe and feel it first. And this is that experience of delayed gratification, believing and waiting for the good thing to come, knowing that it might take longer. The reason why it is such a powerful skill and strength to have as a business owner is because what you're doing is saying, I am willing to put in all the effort into my search engine optimization, looking at my funnel, especially if you're an online business owner, like looking at my funnel and making sure that is working for me, prioritizing doing things that don't make money immediately yet. Prioritizing building those foundations that no one else sees. I've shared this analogy with you before about when I think about the Shard and my business is going to be taller than the Shard in terms of businesses. It is a legacy. I'm on my way to my first million. I can't wait. And I am successful right now. The foundations that I've been building over the last 6 years that no one sees, they are the most important part of my business. The most important part of your business is where you have practiced delayed gratification. You are making sure you are putting all of that effort and motivation and time into building the things that keep you sustained, that you have a sustainable business that grows not too quickly, because then you can't handle the growth, so that it can withstand earthquakes, it can withstand challenges, it can withstand storms, it can withstand floods, probably the Shard can, and it can grow and grow and grow to support you. And without those solid foundations, sometimes when the challenges hit you, you are not strong enough or you wobble too much. And this is where your doubt might come in and go, are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? You think that you can build an amazingly successful business, but you're not willing to put the time in to do those foundations. It's the same with mindset. I had an experience recently where it was about a week ago, and I'd been out with my husband. We went on a date to celebrate the anniversary of our first date, 13 years together. I had a margarita that night as well. And I sorry, I just got sidetracked thinking, does everyone say that they're together from their first date? We do. Anyway. And I've lost my thread. Bum, that hasn't happened for a while. Hold on. I was talking about going out. That was it. So I woke up the next day and the first thought that came into my head was, I'm on my way to my first million. It wasn't, right, what do I need to think positively about? That was the first thing that came straight into my head. And the joy and the confidence and the belief, like, oh my God, the relief in my chest. I was like, oh my God, my brain just thought for itself. Like it wasn't a conscious thought that I had programmed to say. It was a subconscious thought. Like it was just there. It was something I'm believing because it just appeared in my mind and it just was like, I'm on my way to my first million. Oh my God. Now that is because I've put the work in every single day, almost every hour of every day over. And I would say definitely my mindset, like my real work on my mindset has been daily for 6 years. And when I started this process, I knew it was going to take a long time. I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to take 6 years. And I've had a lot of mindset shifts on the way. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had shifts and feelings of confidence and self-belief and being able to overcome doubt many, many times on the route to this. But that was significant for me because it was something that I did not program or intentionally make my brain do. It just went, we're on our way to our first million. Now, if I didn't have that skill of delayed gratification, that wouldn't be possible. So I want you now to think about the areas of your life and your business where delayed gratification and that patience to like really wait for the big reward, put the work in into that and as well into your internal validation, into that feeling of you believe that you're on the right path. You can show up. You don't need those Instagram likes and the story replies and the emails and the sales to know that this is a successful business. This is what you were born to do. There is nothing else available for you on the table. This is the only plan. That belief in you, that comes from putting that work in, day out, patience, knowing that you will get there, knowing you are already successful because you choose to believe that it is possible for you. You don't entertain your doubt because you do not have time for that. You're going to put all of the energy you've got into patience and work and all of the things that no one sees. All of the work that I have done to be at this position in my business and with my success, none of you, no one has seen that success, apart from maybe people that have seen me reading the books or seen me writing, even on the podcast. But I didn't do it for anybody else. And this is what I want you to know. You're not doing it for anybody else. You're not here to prove anything to anyone. That is part of it. You can be like, oh yeah, I'll prove it to them. They think I can't do it. I'll show them. That's part of it. That's only going to get you so far. And I know Stephen Bartlett talks about this. This is that process of going, I need to run away from something. I'll show you. I'm going to show you how successful I'm going to be. You didn't think I was able to do it. I'll show you. And you put and you work and you work and you work and you're running away from something, but it only gets you so far because it is external. It's validating somebody else's opinion of you or, fighting against it and going, I'm going to show you so that you can prove something to somebody else. Really, the only person you need to prove anything to is you. You have your back. That is the most important back that you can have when you back yourself and you believe in yourself to the point where you choose to do the work that no one sees. That is an absolute game-changing superpower, and it's all down to delaying that gratification. You're seeking the things that are going to serve you most, not for just right now. Choose what you want most instead of what you want right now. Now, there are so many easy ways for you to practice this skill. I want you to be very aware of it on the first stage, like Be aware of where you are choosing to get gratification for immediate effect instead of delaying it. And what are you choosing? Are you choosing for what you want right now or what you want most? But also little things like eating a chocolate bar, wrapping it up, put it back in the fridge if you put your chocolate in the fridge. Or knowing another thing that I used to do is I love Subway, though it's not very gluten-free friendly, but I used to do this. I would have a foot-long Subway, eat half of it, save the rest. The amount of dinners I have saved because they were so good, I won't eat it all. I'll have it for leftovers the next day. But knowing that I've got it there, best thing ever. But there's so many ways for you to practice, so many ways for you to go, do you know what? I'm not going to have that right now. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and have that chocolate bar. I'm going to wait and have that glass of wine. I'm going to wait and read my book that's not to do with anything else. I'm just going to wait 5 minutes. Or like social, Instagram, because that's a dopamine release as well. Like if you're going on social media, I do not consume any social media until I have created. And that might be just writing, brain dumping, walking, sorting myself out, getting ready. And I'm at the point in my business where I don't have to check straight away what's on my phone. There are some of you out there that are at that point. You know, like I saw something by Gary Vee the other day and he was like, of course, this is the first thing that I've got to look at is my phone because I'm worried about whether or not the office in Singapore is okay. And I absolutely get that right now. I don't need to worry about that. And to be fair, when I get to that stage, I would hope that I would have someone to deal with that. But anyway, but getting into that position where you're putting this stuff off. So if you do want to look at your Instagram or your social media or your emails because you want to just check that one person's replied to you, just delay it by 10 minutes. Just delay it by 10 minutes and start practicing that and increasing that time frame so that you can practice building that muscle of delayed gratification. And also look at your business and identify those areas of your business where you think the foundations aren't as strong as I want them to be. Is that the reason why I'm not feeling the success that I'm supposed to right now? What areas are frustrating you? What do you need to work on next? And concentrate on those things that no one sees at the moment because they are the foundations to growing your business. Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to subscribe and follow. And don't forget that if you need any support on like free stuff, like building your business, I've got an amazing checklist on my website. It's completely free, but it supports you to get to 5K consistent months. All you have to do is go to clairehill.uk/free stuff and you can download it there. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast, written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother, Phil Vick.